Hey everyone, my name is Emily and today I'm going to show you how to do a fishtail side pin. So to get started, I already have my extensions in and I have my hair curled how I'd like it to be styled for the day. So what I do first is I just take my tail comb and I make a slice about 3/4 of an inch away from my part. I pull it over to the side and I clip it off. Then what I do is I go back about an inch behind my ear. Using my tail comb, I mean you can use your fingers. I'm just used to using this, so I usually like to do my partings with it. So you can see I'm struggling a little bit with my extensions, but I do prefer to have them in with these kinds of braids as they make your that baggy look a lot easier to achieve. So I go about 3 inches long. I leave a little bit around my face. You'll see I take that out. And then what we're going to do is we're going to divide our section that we have into 2 sections. And we're just going to do a regular standard fishtail braid. So you can see my section here. So 2 sections. And I could have done this a little more clearly, sorry, but basically you take one small section from the outside of section A and cross it over. One small section from the outside of section B, and you cross it over. So you're kind of making an X in between, right there. And then again, you're always working with the hair from the very far outside. So one small section from section A and cross it into section B, and then one small section from section B and cross it into section A. And we're basically making little tiny X's back and forth. So I will do a video just on fishtailing and I'll make it a little more clear where my fingers aren't in the way, but it's always the same motion. I like to kind of take different sizes of hair, so sometimes bigger chunks, sometimes really small, teeny pieces. And by doing that, you're gonna get a fishtail that has a little bit more variety to it, and that's how you make it look not so perfect, which is what I prefer. So you can really see the fishtail is starting to come into what it's supposed to look like. I do hide that little extensions that you can see there later. You'll see how I do it. And the whole time I'm doing this, just make sure to always clean up your section. So you see there, I go through, I don't want hairs stuck into my braid if they're not supposed to be there. So always being mindful of taking those sections away, those loose hairs away, sorry. And I'm just working my way down. So we'll get through this part and I'll show you what's next. So I don't usually feel the need to go all the way down to the bottom of the hair. I kind of like to have a couple inches hanging out where it can curl and do its own thing. So I've secured my braid with an elastic. You want to do it really tight so that it holds it in place, and then I'm just going to go through and I'm going to bag my braid out. So all of those tiny little loops, you just pull, 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 and keep pulling. You can't really pull too much. If you do think that you're gonna pull too much, just do it anyways and then fix it with a bobby pin after by kind of fishing it back through. So you can go see how wide it is. It's a few inches wide. And that's what the extension really does help with, even if you're using one just where you're doing the braid. So I just keep going through and doing it, you know, as much as till I just feel like it looks good and messy. I like it to look messy. What I'm gonna do here is just use a bobby pin to kind of pin it back a little bit, pin the top part back a little bit, just so that it's not swinging and having a ton of extra hair there. I want it to more stay in place because I'm pinning hair over top of it. So then I release the hair that I pulled back, and you can see now why I said that extension will be hidden. And just as simple as using a little bobby pin, or I mean if you had something cute like a bow or anything like that, and I just pin it back, nothing too fancy. So I really liked it like this in the middle, and I would wear it like this. I have worn my hair like this. See, I'm just perfecting my little fishtail. So I'm happy with how this looks, but because I wanted to give another variation, I actually decided that I was gonna take some of my hair from the other side of my part and pull it over. Oh, but first I clipped it off. I actually love this look. I always like to show about 2 or 3 different ways that you can style the look so you can make it kind of more your own. So what I did here is I just took a section over kind of just off my part, so it's nice because I almost still have a middle part there, and then I just pinned it on top of the other secured bobby pin. So that's my finished look. Don't forget, if you try it out yourself, tag me in Love You Like Betta.